We play and call it work. Warhammer 40k Incursion Battle Report.
Hello there, Wargamers, and welcome to this week's Incursion Battle Reports. Today, Matthew and I are going to be playing, well, 1,000 point games. I'm finally getting a chance to play Necrons in modern 40k because recently it's been a surge of Age of Sigmar and Warhammer 40k 2nd edition, which is maybe yet to come out. I don't know when this is coming out, but that'll be coming out shortly. That's me and Steve doing that. So, you know, even though Necron's been out for a while, this is only my third game with them, or maybe even second game. No, it's my third game, also Incursion. I'm trying out Nihilok for the first time. I'm trying out the whole spectrum of stuff, so I'll take any cool Necron things you found or any cool new tips as I try and wade through all the new rules they have. There's a lot to comb over, so it's going to take me quite a while. And Matthew is playing Tyranids. We're both playing, I don't know, I don't even know how to describe them. They're kind of put together, old school looking lists with an assortment of everything in Incursion. You know, sit back, relax. Let's take a look at the armies, and we'll get into a little bit more detail as we roll some dice. So here is about 990 points of new Necrons in this Incursion Battle Report. I'm playing Nihilok. I don't know if that's the right pronunciation, but I've always struggled with that one. It could be Nihilok, you know, I don't know. It could be any of that. They are the aggressively territorial Necrons. These are the ones that everything is going to be objective secured. And if I already have objective secured, then every model with that rule will count as 2 models instead of 1. They also ignore AP1 if I'm being attacked while wholly within my own territory. And then they get the Protocol of the Eternal Guardian, both benefits of it. That's what Nihilok does. I'm trying them out because I haven't played them yet, and I always kind of liked them before, so why not? And this is the studio army of Necrons, so they can kind of be whatever I really want them to be at any given time. This is, of course, going to be a patrol, a little limited. I had an idea of what I wanted to play, and then when it comes to Incursion games, it's a little bit weirder when building lists. Let me tell you, I have plenty of 2,000 point lists built, but when I was asked to play Incursion, I'm like, brain shuts down. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna throw something together. I wanted to do, the last time I played it was all Destroyer Cult. That's easy, right? And that was fun. I didn't get my dynastic codes though, so that was a little weird, but this game I will get it. And I wanted to do an all Canoptic build here, but some of the Doomstalkers aren't quite finished painted, and I wanted to try and show them off in an all Canoptic list, so they might make their way into a 2,000 point game, but not today. This is kind of like an older school, like Scarabs and Warriors and Death Marks and an Overlord and a Royal Warden. That's pretty much what we have here. So leading this force, we have this Necron Overlord. He has to be the Warlord because of the Royal Court rule. He's going to have that War Scythe and a Resurrection Orb as his build instead of the Tachyon Arrow. He is going to have the Honorable Combatant Warlord trait. So when he is near a character, essentially, he gets an extra 2 attacks, but all attacks must be allocated to that character because Necrons and character fighting is kind of their thing. I mean, not that they're amazing at it, but narratively it's their thing. We are going to have him with the Army Relic, which is going to be the Orb of Eternity. It's an upgraded Resurrection Orb. It works fundamentally the same way, except I get +1 of the reanimation protocol rolls for any unit I pick to benefit from it. I haven't had a chance to use it yet with the new book. I absolutely would love to try and use it. I want to see how useful it can be. And that's about it for him. We have a Royal Warden acting as a second in command, a very important piece of any Necron army. If you have even a reasonable amount, like any moderate amount of shooting, I'd say bring a Royal Warden. It's a lot easier to justify bringing them now that Cryptex aren't critical, but I know Cryptex are still very good. It's just in this list, I don't think I need one. Now for troops, I got my 20-man squad of Gauche Reapers. I brought them thinking that in most Incursion games are quite close quarters. Unfortunately, this one we are still 24 inches apart, so I'll try and get as much use out of them as I can. But I expect good things from them regardless. We have 10 Death Marks. I was initially going to have a little bit less than some Lich Guard to go with the Overlord, but I only have 2 elite choices and a patrol detachment, so I had to sacrifice one of them and max out the other. And for the Canoptic stuff, these guys are elites now. These are Canoptic Spiders. They are a unit of 2. I was going to do initially 3 squads of 1 and Scarabs to follow them around, or them to follow the Scarabs, but a little more restrictive in the patrol detachment, so 1 unit of 2, and then 2 units of Scarabs, 1 of 6, 1 of 9, and that's my list. That is almost 1,000 points of Nihilok Necrons.
Over here is my battalion of Tyranids, High Fleet Kraken, which means they can fall back and charge, and also whenever they advance, they roll 3 dice instead of 1, and pick the highest. So it makes them much faster and a little more close combat oriented. Not that this is a specifically close combat army, I just wanted to play Kraken. For our 2 HQ choices, we've got the Neurothrope on the left, and then we've got a Broodlord on the right. The Broodlord will be the Warlord. Not that that matters, because I won't be taking a Warlord trait, but it might matter if Luka decides to try to kill it and get some points for that. I actually gave the Maw Claws of Thyrax to the Broodlord, something I don't normally bring. It basically replaces his Rending Claws. They still act exactly the same way, but if he kills one model with his close combat attacks, then for the rest of the game he gets to reroll hit rolls. Now he hits on 2s, but there's just something annoying about rolling 6 attacks and hitting on 2s. There always seems to be 1 or 2 that misses. And so re-rolling basically almost guarantees that you get all 6 of your attacks in, and so that'll come in at critical points there. And he'll have Catalyst, and Neurothrop will have the Horror. So Catalyst is the ignoring wounds and 5+ psychic power, and the Horror is the -1 leadership and hit rolls against enemies 1. So those will be handy in the game. Then we got lots of troop choices. We've maxed out our troop choices for a, well, no, sorry, this is a battalion. I'm thinking patrol again. This is more than you could bring in a patrol. There are 4 troop choices here. On the left, we got our Termagants. We got a big blob of 22, and then we got 2 units of 10. I was excited to have way more objectives secured than Luka, but then he's doing Nahalak.
Nahalak.
That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Nahalak. And then to their right, we've got a unit of 16 Gene Stealers. 16 because of the way the points worked out. I gave them the Adaptive Physiology Unnatural Reactions from the Blood of Baal book, so they can heroically intervene.
Oh.
As if they're a character 6 inches.
That's pretty good.
That's right. You like to play your Space Wolves.
Yeah, exactly.
And I get to do that. So they always get to do that. It's not a stratagem or anything. That's just they have that built in. So that's really nice because they can go and camp an objective that Luka might want. And if he comes to try to take it and doesn't kill them, well then they get to go after him in close combat. So we'll see how that works out. Kind of excited to see how that does. And then for our support, we got a couple of elite choices. On the right, we've got a unit of 3 Hive Guard, which are just a good stock shooting squad. They're just good at almost anything, pretty much, except taking out big blobs of infantry. And then the second thing on the left is a unit of 4 Zoanthropes. So because there's 4, until I lose one of them, I get to manifest 2 psychic powers, and my smites do an additional D3 mortal wounds. And there are already 24-inch smites just for being Zoanthropes. And that is my 2,000 or 1,000 point battalion. Pretty straightforward, no other stratagem spent. We'll just see what I can do with those 6 command points.
Hey there folks, we have a special offer today in the form of painting tutorial videos to go along with today's videos in the MiniWarGaming Vault. Now, these are going to be from Craftworld Studios. It's relevant because it's Necrons, but there's also Space Marines there too, Ultramarines specifically. Now, these folks, their skill level and dedication is insane. I watched the videos myself. I like to watch the end first, then see how they got there, and it was crazy. The editing was super intense as well. It shows all the parts of the model to highlight the step-by-step process, the palettes they're using, as well as how to properly shade certain surfaces. Now, they paint much more than just Games Workshop miniatures, but those are obviously relevant for what we're trying to show you. If you want to check them out, you can click the link down below to take yourself to those painting tutorial videos. Otherwise, there's going to be a couple additional links to take you to their Facebook, their website, etc. If you want to check out all of their work, they cover a wide spectrum of miniatures. It is art on models. It's crazy. Check them out.
The mission today is Grand Tournament 2020 Incursion Raid. The deployment map includes 6 objective markers, 2 in no man's land, both running vertically 12 inches away from the center of the battlefield, and 4 more, each running 14 inches away horizontally from the center of the battlefield, and 16 inches away from each other. Mission rules include recover supply cache. In this mission, a player receives 1 additional command point at the start of their command phase if they control one or both of the objective markers in their opponent's deployment zone. The primary objective is take and hold, which is progressive. At the end of each player's command phase, the player whose turn it is scores 5 victory points for each of the following conditions they satisfy, for a maximum of 15 victory points. They control 1 or more objective markers. They control 2 or more objective markers. They control more objective markers than their opponent controls. This primary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round. The secondary objective is called Raid Supply Lines, which is progressive. It states, at the end of each of your command phases, you score 3 victory points if you control one of the objective markers that is in your opponent's deployment zone, or 5 victory points if you control both of the objective markers that are in your opponent's deployment zone. This secondary objective cannot be scored in the first battle round.
Thanks for checking out this video, everyone. Paired with it, will be another 1,000 point game in the MiniWarGaming Vault, which you can check out by clicking the link down below. It's going to be 1,000 points of Necrons versus 1,000 points of Tyranids, the monster mash. Enjoy the video. Here is the table build that Matt and I are going to be playing on for today's Incursion game. Thanks to some of the companies who supplied this terrain, we have Model Builder World for some of the trees, foreground supply,
Model Builder Supply.
Model Builder Supply, I apologize for some of the trees, and then foreground, and then the old Citadel Wildwood bases. I don't know if you can get them anymore online somewhere, but I don't think Games Workshop sells them. And then Greenleaf Terrain made the ruins we'll be using, and the mat, of course, is from Table War. And then TNT Laserworks made the little objective cutouts for us too. These are the Dancing Matthews. I got the Taco Cats, and we got 6 of them on the table. And we're gonna go ahead and pick our secondaries, deploy, and throw some dice.
Picking secondaries for me was actually really hard because I didn't bring anything that could just pop up in his back line and get some of the easy ones. And so I'm actually going to go for more killy ones. The first one though, which is not killy, is Investigate. I think it's Investigate something, but I just wrote down Investigate, which is that an infantry unit can take an action if they're within 6 inches of the center. And every time they do it, they get 3 points. Oh. So that's kind of nice. But I got to get to the center. And I thought that was a good one because there's no objective in the center, so there's less reason for Luka to be there. And so maybe I can pull that off a few times and get some points. I also chose Grind Them Down, which you're going to find out Luka took as well. So that's whoever basically kills more units in the battle round will get 3 extra points. So I think that's kind of interesting we both chose it. And then lastly, I chose Cut Off the Head, which is killing Luka's Warlord. So I'm assuming that's your Overlord.
It has to be my Overlord, yep.
Yes, and that's worth more points the sooner it happens. And I'm hoping because this is an Incursion game and he's close combat with that guy and I'm close combat with some of my guys, that'll happen like in the 2nd or 3rd round. Because it's worth a lot of points if you can get it. Well, if it's in the 1st round, you get it. It should be like you got it in the 1st round and you automatically lose because you're a jerk and somehow pulled off that. And so minus 10 points for you, loser. Right. But it's worth like 15 points if you get in the 1st round, but it's still worth a lot in the 2nd and 3rd round as well.
It also has the psychological effect of keeping my Warlord back, maybe.
Yeah. So either way works for me. So those are my secondaries.
And then for my army, I went with Grind Them Down because I'm playing Necrons. I want to try and play an attrition style game. I think it makes sense. Well, we'll see if it works. I mean, Matthew does have some pretty large units. I also went with Purge the Vermin, which is out of the Necron core Codex. It is great. I get 2 victory points for every table quarter Matthew is not in, starting from the 2nd battle round, so that can add up very quickly.
Yeah, incredibly quickly.
And of course, he's playing Tyranids with Psychers. I don't have any Psychers aboard the Witch, just makes sense. So I'm going for an entire Purge-style secondary list of kill, 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 and kill. And, primary standout objectives, and hopefully have more models than the Tyranids do. All right, we're gonna go ahead and roll off the Attacker Defender. I got a 5. I will be the, I don't know. I want to choose which side I deploy, and I want it to be this side because my army's right behind me. So therefore, I will be the defender and deploy first over here. Alrighty, Matthew and I have deployed. I did have to change my list a little bit because I realized that these aren't twin particle casters anymore. They're actually just 2 separate particle casters, so it's actually 10 points and not 5. So I was over by 10 points, so I just dropped a Scarab. Now I'm down by 5, but I got a 5-man squad of Scarabs instead of 6. All is well. We have 10 death marks, the 9 Scarabs screening out front there, the 2 Canoptic Spiders, and those, by the way, are all within 2 inches of 2 other models. And if anyone is inquisitive enough to try and figure that out. We have the Overlord, the Warlord, we got the Royal Warden, 20 Necron Warriors of the Ghost Reapers, and then behind them the 5 Scarabs on this flank. And then across, Matthew has bugs!
Hey, you got lots of bugs. Your Scarabs are bugs.
Yeah, it's
because they're made of metal. But yeah, we're just basically one flank of Gene Stealers. We've got our Hive Guard just going to sit back here and they can see the whole table. Yeah. Although intervening trees for some reason give me -1 to hit. Whatever, that's the rule. We got Broodlord, big squad of Gene Stealers. In the middle, we got our Zoanthropes and Neurothrope. Small squad of Termagants, small squad of Termagants.
Big squad of Termagants.
Big squad of Termagants.
And that's pretty much it. Now before...
Nothing in reserve either.
Right, the same on my end. I have to write down my command protocols. I'm going to show you all on screen the order of my command protocols, and we'll get to it. Matthew and I are now going to roll off to see who gets to go, or choose who goes first in the first battle round. 1, da 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 da. 3, 5. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go first or second.
I'm gonna go second.
All right.
I'm gonna go second. I'd rather go second to control what I need to do for Grind Them Down and all that good stuff, and see where you end up. And I like to try. I just like going second typically, reacting and all that good stuff. Now, before the second battle round begins, I got to reveal my first combat protocol. It's the protocol of the Eternal Guardian. That's totally what it's called. So I get to pick one of two directives. The way this works is I get to pick the first directive, which is if I don't move at all this battle round, my units count as being in light cover, or the other directive is I get to declare hold steady or the other one for being in defensible terrain, even though I'm not in defensible terrain. What is the other one called? Do you remember?
It's the better Overwatch. It's
Right,
Overwatch
so
on
yeah.
fives
There's
instead.
Overwatch on a 5+, or get +1 to hit in close combat. Now, because I'm Nihilok, this one combat protocol, I get both directives.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
So many things.
It's a lot. Now, the other ones, I get to pick one or the other.
So your whole army's in cover right now because you haven't moved yet.
Correct.
And you get the +1 to hit in close combat or 5 up Overwatch.
Yes, exactly.
All right, and you're, jeez, okay.
That is the first one for the first battle round. But it will be Tyranid's turn 1.
Why were you choosing that? Because it's like, most of my guys aren't going to be able to shoot you at this range. Are you worried about the Gene Stealer's double?
Worried about the Alpha Strike from the Gene Stealers.
The Kraken have a 1 command point stratagem that when I advance, I can double the advance. And I get to roll the advance before I decide to use the stratagem. So, and they roll 3 dice for their advance, taking the highest. And Gene Stealers can advance and charge. And so he's worried about turn 1 being right here, making the charge.
And then this way I can at least...
You could Overwatch on a 5-up?
Yeah, which is what I'm going to do in most cases. That's the sole reason I picked it, because I'm worried about the Gene Stealer Alpha Strike.
Like, it'll give you a little bit of cover against, although no, never mind, you don't. Does your whole army get cover even if they're not infantry?
So everything with the command protocol rules gets it if they're within 6 inches of a character. So
even your monsters will have light cover?
They will, but not them. That's the only thing that won't get it, because I think they're too far from the Royal Ward, and I'll measure it.
My question though is, because monsters normally don't get cover. Bites normally don't get cover.
But because they have the command protocol rule, they do get light cover in this case. So they're going to be a little more durable.
Interesting. In the command phase, I'll get my 7th command point.
Nice.
Holding 2 objectives, but we don't get any points for that yet. So really, with the way I deployed is I made sure there was 1 Termagant exactly 15 inches in, exactly 10 inches up. So when I walk up 6 inches, I will be within 6 inches of the center.
Without having to advance?
Yeah, because if I advance, I can't do my actions. So,
correct.
So essentially, I've pre-measured all of that. So he's going to get to about this spot right here. And now I'm just within 6 inches of the center, which means they will then take the action to investigate sites and get me 3 victory points.
Now, is this the action that is done at the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay, so
otherwise I wouldn't have taken it, because then you just shoot anything that comes to the middle.
This makes much more sense.
Yeah.
So that's where they end up.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna declare it right now, they're investigating sites. It's at the end of the movement phase, but whatever, they're done their movement.
That is A-okay.
And so I'll get 3 victory points. Woohoo! I'm so good at this game.
Good start.
So I'm gonna roll on advance to the Gene Stealers, and then I'll decide if I wanna do the double thing and come right into your 5-up Overwatch gun line. Which, you know, I can take 5-up Overwatch.
Oh, 6.
Oh, we got it. Yeah.
Here we go.
Spend a command point.
All right. This is fine.
So now their movement now is 20, but we're going to be going through some difficult terrain, so it's going to be reduced to 18.
Yeah, but still 6 inches away from me for a charge. Hello.
Hi. So my Broodlord's going to try to keep up with them.
Oh, good luck.
So he's going to advance, and he'll get a 5 for his advance.
I assume he does not double that, though.
He does not double that, but I have a 1 command point stratagem that I can use in the movement phase to move again.
Oh, true.
He might take a mortal wound on a 1, but I think that'll actually put him in range that once I charge in, I can keep 1 or 2 guys back. He's got a 6-inch bubble to give him +1 to hit, so they'll be hitting on 2s instead of 3s, which I think will be important. So we're going to swing over, advance the big unit of Termagants. So I like. Oh, look at that!
It happened.
See, it happens, and I'm not going to command point that because it's just
right.
It's actually
I see.
it actually is a big deal. Oh, I'm going into there too, so I'm
Minus
only moving 5 inches.
Yikes, they're slow boys. Slow bugs.
Yeah.
It's okay, they'll get their next turn.
I know, but I wanted to sit on it and give you, because it's 1 more target for you to think about.
Yes.
Because now you could just ignore them for a turn.
Which is
I don't know why I'm saying strategies out loud. It's for the audience's purpose. I'm not saying Luka wouldn't figure this out, but you know, doesn't mean I have to give them all.
The second you did make it to it, I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but I don't have to say that out loud and give you every idea.
It's true.
Don't need to combine both of our intellects into your strategy.
Yeah, that's fair. I get that.
But we got the zone throw-ups. I'll throw an advance at them because they can still do psychic powers after an advance. Oh, look at that. They're fast.
Nice.
So 11 inches total. Now they've got a 24-inch Kablamo Smite, but the problem is I don't necessarily want to bring them this way because I want to retain some sort of synapse over here.
Right, you need that. I forgot about that rule.
But I wouldn't mind. Oh no, see, we got this line right up to here. So that actually, this blocks line of sight past it no matter what. So I have to think about that. So I think they're just gonna float forwards in a moderately diagonal direction.
Okay, big.
They don't care about the difficult terrain.
Big brain bug things coming over this way.
Here we come.
Throwing some smites in.
You're never gonna kill us. We got a 3-up invuln.
It's true.
I know it's obnoxious. Neurothrope is just gonna float up. Make sure he's not touching the terrain.
Right,
you
he
can't
wants
see
to-
him. I don't want your death marks to snipe him.
100%.
Because they can take him out without. They can ignore lookout sir, but they don't ignore line of sight.
Correct.
So I'm gonna keep them within 12 inches of these bad boys right here. And then Termagant's in the back because you have nothing that'll come to my back line. There's no reason to camp them so far back. So I will advance them 2.
What's going on?
So minus the 2, so they just move in their normal 6. So I'll just move them up and make sure that they're all in. I want you. If you're going to shoot them, I want you to have -1 to hit them.
That's fair. Okay.
So if I just keep their toe in like this, then you don't get the -1 to hit because you. Oh, I don't know. There's so many.
There's
trees.
the other trees in the way
There's
too.
so many trees on the table. Here
I
we
get
go.
the intent though.
Yes. So we got our psychic. You don't have any command point stratagems to turn off psychic?
I got nothing like that. There's a warlord trait and stuff. There's
The
this,
Necrons would have like a 4-up ignore command point strategy.
the Zerican dynasty does. They're the ones who have a 5-up. They're the Blackstone kind
So
of guys.
the 5-up mortal wound or feel no pain against mortal wounds.
Right.
And then
every like little one of them has a little bit of Blackstone in them.
that's cool.
Right, to deny psychic power. They don't.
What
all
about your
deny-
terrain feature? If you brought that new terrain feature, does it have some sort of denying capability? You think it would?
No, it doesn't. It has teleporting capabilities. They
It's
teleport
It's not a
around.
big nullifier. That's what it is. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just start.
The menhirs do nothing.
We're going to start with the smite. No, I breathe lord. No, actually, he's not going to smite. He's going to catalyst.
Smart.
So this will give an ignoring wounds 5-up on my gene stealers is what I'm looking for. Yeah. So you can't stop it. We'll do a smite from the zone thropes. Now the nearest visible is going to be your scarab swarms out front. So this is, if I'm lucky, I'll kill one. Needs a 5. I get to reroll 1s. Wow. You know what? I don't even care enough to make that. That would have been 2d3 mortal wounds, which could pick off one of you
It should
guys.
kill one
on
on
average.
average.
Kills one of them.
But on my turn, I just bring one back.
But I've only got. So if this was a strike force game with 12 command points, I would totally reroll that right now. But not with only 6 command points. I got better stuff. They also know Psychic Scream with an 18-inch range, which they're out of range for anything that they can see. And the Neurothrope stuff is out of range or out of line of sight. So as much as I'm out of line of sight, it means I can't use the horror on you either, which would have been nice. So that's all my Psychic.
Ooh, shooting time.
My Hive Guard, who don't need line of sight, and they basically ignore cover. They don't ignore terrain features. But
They ignore light
you
cover.
don't get you don't get saving throws bonuses.
Right.
For being in cover. So they'll ignore your whole first turn thing.
Yeah.
They're going to fire across the table at your spiders. There is dense cover in the way, and they don't ignore that, which, hopefully in a later edition of Tyranids they will. So let's just fire at them. So there'll be 4s to hit instead of 3s.
Matters for one.
About half of them hit, and then we're looking at 3s to wound.
Strength 8. We got 2.
2 get through, so it could kill one.
Minus 2 AP, so my 3-up, because Matthew's ignoring my light cover, goes to a 5-up. I fail both.
I could kill you. I got D3 damage each, but I'll have to roll 2 5s and 6s.
Oh!
I rolled average, which I'm happy with. 4 damage.
4 damage. See, you hit the back one. We'll bring them down to 2. They have 6 wounds each now.
That's my shooting phase.
Okay, and then charging.
Yeah, Gene Seals will charge. Declare charge against just your warriors.
Well, I will spend 1 command point and hold steady, hold fast, and Overwatch because of my Eternal Guardian directive. It was 40 shots. Strength 5.
Hit on 5s.
Hit on 5s. Okay, so here's the 40 shots. I'm looking to kill 7. That's not likely, though. Oh,
Kill
5s.
7, I'll lose a bunch of attacks.
5s to hit, that looks good.
I
but-
see lots of 5s and 6s. No, that's definitely above average
Oh,
already.
yeah, that, just that over there. is
Holy
really good.
crap. Holy
boy.
crap, Luka.
That's nearly 50% hits. That was 19 out of 40. That's way above average. These are 3s to wound. Okay, no
A bunch of
rerolling.
1s and 2s, so.
Rerolling here. 11 wounding hits.
5 of Invuln, followed by 5 of Ignoring Wounds. I really hope you don't kill 7. So here's my Invuln. Already good.
Not
So
bad.
that's brought down to 6. So
Okay,
already-
you're fine. There you
well,
go,
I'm
yeah.
not fine because I need to daisy chain a little bit back for my Broodlords +1 to hit. So 5 up Ignoring Wounds.
I kill.
Now
two.
I'm good.
There we go.
Okay, I cannot complain at all about that. I spiked my dice worse. I actually, if you look at the averages, because I like to look at the averages, I spiked my dice worse than Luka just spiked his dice.
Yeah, it was looking good for me, but then the 5-up rerollable is
Yeah.
always nice.
So I'm exactly 6 inches away from you because we both deployed at exactly the 12-inch line, and I moved up exactly, well, whatever,
Yeah.
18 inches.
5-inch charge in the end. Ha! Good enough.
Well, no, I didn't just want a 5. I want a
Yeah.
control, right? So 8-inch charge is going to get me nicely exactly where I want to go. I'm gonna ignore this just to make sure I don't get the -2 for the charge for my entire unit.
Utilize the full 8.
And then pile
it
and
into
then
it
the
if you need
idea is I'm gonna have to chain it back a little bit to make sure I keep one guy exactly here. No problem though. For those who love all the math hammering like I do, the question is it better? I'm losing 2. By the way, I've carefully managed this. I can keep them in coherency, even though there's at least 6 of them. And so these 2 won't be able to fight. So I'm giving up 8 attacks to get +1 to hit on 44 attacks. You do the math, and it's almost statistically identical. Like it's slightly better to do what I'm doing here than to move them in and get the extra 8 attacks. But then there is the swinging protocol of it all. So this is technically better on average, but I really want to kill all 20 so you don't just like resurrection orb.
Right.
Because let me get this straight. Already they might come back.
Yes, after you resolve
I'll
your
kill them.
attacks.
It'll be on a 5+ re-rolling ones.
Correct.
So a bunch of them are already, it's like 1/3 of them are already going to stand back up. So if I kill 18 out of 20, 6 of them are just going to stand back up at least. Actually more than that.
Because they're a little bit more than a third.
Right, exactly. So that's already obnoxious. Then on top of that, on your turn you can go resurrection orb.
Once per game.
Once per game.
Yeah.
And they get to roll it again. But with a 4-up, you said?
Because it's the relic, it gives +1 to the roll.
Right. And so then more than half of them that have already died are going to come back up, essentially negating anything that I've done. So is it better to get more attacks in there with a slightly lower average, just to make sure we have that, if I'm going to swing, I have more chance to swing? I don't know, man. We're talking about 44 attacks going to 52 attacks, so these are large numbers.
Yeah.
So I don't know the answer. Because 44 attacks doesn't sound like enough to get through, especially because I won't be re-rolling 1s to hit. And if I do eat the entire unit, I can spend a command point and get an extra AP. So whatever I choose, if I don't pile these guys in, you're going to see me roll hardly any 2s. And if I do pile them in, you'll see me roll tons of 2s. That's what the dice will do to me. They'll be like, screw you, Matthew. You did all the math.
So no answer is the correct
whatever you choose. Yeah, I only know the answer after I roll the dice. If I see tons of 2s, then this was right. If I see hardly any 2s, then this was unnecessary and I could have gotten more hits in. So I am going to choose
to do this?
I don't like this. I should have used the command point to move them up again, and then I could have gotten both, and that would have been awesome.
Right.
So we're going to do this.
Okay.
So we're just using Rending Claws, because I want to chew right through that 4-up armor as best as I can.
100%.
Hitting on 2s. Show me a lot of 2s, and
I see 2s.
I don't see very many 2s, man. I see
2s.
lots of 1s.
I see only 3,
Yeah.
4 2s. There's 4 2s.
All right, so the dice did say, screw you, Matthew. You should have just moved in 8 more guys. So we got 4 is to wound. Oh, those are 6s! Oh, don't count drop dice. 4 is to wound, AP -1, but 6s are what I'm really looking for because they just straight up murder you. They're the AP -4, so ignoring your 4-up save.
Oh, 6s. We got some 6s.
That was a 5 back there. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8 just dead, and then a bunch more that will count up.
So we have 13 5-up saves. And we're going to make 3 of them.
Okay.
A little bad there. So 8 plus, well, I just failed. 3, 10, 18. 2, I got 2 guys left.
You got 2 guys left.
2 guys left.
Why don't you just roll your reanimation right now?
I got to figure out which ones I want to, because I technically pulled them first. So I want to make sure I'm near around here.
And you can put them back in already engagement range with me, right?
I could, yes.
As long.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep those 2 Necron warriors standing over here near the wall, and then these 18 are going to die. I'm going to just roll the reanimation and then put the ones near them that I have to.
Yeah, you can't put them in engagement range with me.
Exactly.
Because those 2 are not engagement range with me.
Correct. 18 were killed. So I'm going to roll 18 dice. Every 5-up is a Necron warrior I get back, and I get to reroll 1s. So we got these 2 1s, and it doesn't help, but I do
Reroll
get
1s, but you got more than average. That's nice.
5, 6, 7, 9 back.
Jeez.
I got half.
You got half of them again?
I got half
What's with your
back.
5-ups being half?
Wild.
They're a third, Luka. They're a third.
Okay, so there's the 2 models there, and then I've reanimated 3 there. You can see there's a couple in the building. And
So I want to point out, Luke and I were talking about this, there's nothing that says that the models that come back have to be in coherency with models that were not coming back.
But I'm playing it that way anyways.
But I know you're playing it that way, and I wouldn't be surprised if FAQ clarifies that, but you could have just placed them and like daisy chained them all the way out to here.
yeah,
Because you do
following
it one
the
at a time, and all it says is you add it back to the unit.
Yeah, it says you make a pool, so like what I rolled 9, I rolled
so
9 5-ups there. So
essentially, we can go through all the rules, but it says
Yeah.
you place them back, add them to the unit.
Yeah.
Only restriction is they can't be in engagement range of a unit that you weren't already in engagement range of.
Right.
And they can't be closer to a charge target. So if you were shot in Overwatch, you couldn't use it to get closer. And then they don't count as being destroyed for morale. But that's it. It does not say a single thing. typically in the past, reanimations,
All at once. You put all your models down in one
because
go,
right away, because there was the problem with the scarab swarms and the spiders, because the spiders would add scarab swarms, and you'd have 3 spiders nearby, and turn 1, you could actually daisy chain almost across the entire table. This is an older edition, and they FAQ'd the crap out of that as fast as they could, because it just was obviously broken and not what they intended.
Right.
So this is you can do that right now. Before an FAQ comes out, if you lost 18 guys and 9 of them came back, you could chain forward like 12 inches. Well,
Right.
maybe not 12 inches. Yeah, no, actually probably about 12
You're
inches.
following the normal rules for coherency in the end there.
Yeah, you're still gonna get that,
typically
though.
you still get there. But like, okay, for a lot of people, reanimation protocols is kind of unclear. I rolled that pool of dice, say I get my 9. Let's just say, here's what, 5, 9. Say those are all successes, the rest are failures. Imagine, I don't feel like flipping the dice around. Now, what it says is you take any successful reanimation protocol rolls and then equal to the wound characteristic of the model slain, and then return a model, put it down, and then repeat this process until there are no more 5-ups in the pool.
So you remove 1 to return 1 guy. So you go over and place him.
Right, so I go over, I put him down.
Yeah, he has to be added to the unit, which would be coherence.
And then I take another one, and I
do
take
that.
him.
So
and I go,
yeah, so right there you could just add to the next guy, and then you could
take
keep going.
5, and you go boop as an example, and then you just go. Boop, if
And
you wanted to.
we have read it and reread it and reread it, and there's nothing that stops that. It feels wrong because usually Games Workshop has gotten smarter with those types of rules in both Age of Sigmar and 40k, because that kind of shenanigan is incredibly powerful. And I'm not sitting here, I'm not complaining. Like, if you want to chain them all you like. I'm just saying, any money says you're going to an FAQ within a month that says, no, they have to be placed in coherency,
Right.
which might actually make it hard in this case. Although you managed to do it anyways.
I was able to do coherency in this case. Now, it could be intended in this case. I don't think I would even want a daisy chain. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, but if there was an objective,
If there was,
I was
if
about to
there
get
was.
domination,
Right, exactly.
and you're like, nope, you don't get it anymore. I count as objective secured, and I count as 2 models because I'm Nihilak.
Right. So in this case, yes, that would absolutely be true. I don't need to, and I prefer not daisy chaining if I can avoid it. And I think this is going to work out better for me.
That's a good sportsman thing, maybe, but it doesn't matter what is considered like good
true.
practice.
It's true.
If it's a rule, it's a rule. People in tournaments or even in casual play will look to try to win, rightfully so, and that is a very powerful thing, which I feel is wrong. And I don't mean wrong like morally wrong.
It feels
or ethically wrong. I mean like
intentions wise.
there's so many things in both 40k and Age of Sigmar that bring back models, and they all have over the course of time been like no. You only put models back and next to the guys who are already there.
So my thing is, I think it's intended because that's how it works in Age of Sigmar. You can daisy chain out, but
No. You're thinking specifically death. Those
thinking death,
Those are
yeah.
individual resurrections.
Right, yeah.
That's this guy makes you have D3 come back.
And
This
then
guy
boop,
makes
boop,
you have
boop.
D3
Exactly,
come back.
yeah.
That's different because each of those D3 has to stay within. They have to be placed within coherency of existing models. So if you rolled 3 for 3 guys to come back, you couldn't daisy chain those out. All 3 of them have to be close to an existing one. And then you can do another one and daisy chain, but that's different, right? you can do that?
You can do, yeah. So it even says under Resurrecting Dead Warriors under the FAQ and in the battle tomes that you may place models one at a time. It's not, I don't do it, I don't like to do it, but
Really?
it's their intent of their design.
I thought they had FAQ that to get rid of that.
It was it's under the subheading. If the first one, like when it came out with the Legion of Nagash, the FAQ came out to clarify it there, and then there's a little rule in the Night Haunt and like Flesh Eater Courts and stuff like that to say when you resurrect models, you always resurrect them one at a time, and you're only allowed to put them in engagement range if your unit is already.
Right, that was always obvious. That one's, you can't put them in combat unless they were already in combat.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, maybe I still think they'll FAQ this one because
It doesn't feel right. I don't like to do. I know I'm on your side here. I get it, like 100%. I don't like daisy chaining to get to objectives. It does. It's not in the spirit of Warhammer. Like that's my opinion.
Yeah. Like it's already. I'll say this nicely. It's already an obnoxious rule for your opponent because like I just came in there. I spent all these command points, come in with this Genestealer unit, and it's just a frickin' warrior squad.
Right.
I killed 18 of them, and you have 11 of them standing there now. Like 9 of them came back. Now you rolled particularly well, so then maybe you should have had 2 less. But that's still a lot more warriors there that are now going to threaten my army. So that's a lot of points that I've invested to kill very few. But that's fine. That's fine. It's like some things are just meant to be durable. But let's see if I can take care of them, because I still have a consolidation.
You're still consolidating.
And I still have a 3 command point stratagem where I could fight again.
Right, so that's the main reason I put them over here like this, because Matthew does have access to a fight against stratagem for 3 CP. So if I stayed in engagement range, I was thinking about it because
you'd be murdered if you stayed in.
I would have probably lost my unit. I could maybe kill a couple of Gene Stealers back, but I think this is a safer call to try and keep
I'll be able to consolidate, and then I'll be able to pile in again.
Right.
And then fight. So that's as long as I kind of use, like these guys are closer obviously, but I just have to kind of move laterally each time, and I think I can. We'll see. Let's see. After I unconsolidate, I'll see if I want to do that.
That's where they end up consolidating after their initial attack. The ones that had to stay closer to the Scarabs did so, but also moved.
Yeah, that's all lateral moves. Like I made sure I ended closer to the nearest model, but I don't want to engage the Scarabs. And I didn't engage your warriors because I don't want them to swing back at me.
Right, that guy's an inch away right there.
Yeah, just over an inch away. I know it might not look like whatever.
But it's the intent.
The terrain makes it hard to place exact. So, yeah. So I will spend 3 command points for Adrenaline Surge now that we're at the end of the fight phase. Select a Tyranid unit from my army. That unit can immediately fight again.
Oh, Tyranids can do with any unit, eh?
Any.
Okay, so that's old. I thought it was only the Space Marines that had the unique fight again with anything they wanted, but apparently Tyranids do too.
Tyranids do it too.
Because like typically every other army has a stipulation to it.
Yeah, but
like for the old Necrons, I had to be Novak to do it, or like for Chaos has to be Khorne. But I mean, you're pretty much only going to do it on Gene Stealers.
You do it on Gene Stealers and maybe like a powerful monster.
Right.
And it's also just about, there might be other situations where it's a good idea.
And I assume we are not going to be bringing.
We're going to leave these guys. We're going to kind of come in here and make sure we maintain coherency with them.
Right, but we're going to stay away.
We're losing our +1 bonus for my Broodlord, but it is what it is, right?
Oh, I'm nervous.
Yeah, eight guys got in, but I don't have my +1 attack anymore. So now we're going to see all the 2s.
Sorry, +1 to hit. You don't have the +1.
Sorry, don't +1 to hit. So 3s to hit.
Got some 2s.
Look at all the 2s. Look at all those 2s. No, seriously, look at all those 2s.
There's a little bit more.
That many 2s.
Oh, that's okay. Over twice.
That's like 8 of them. 8 of them.
It's like 1-1. So it all makes sense.
Yeah, I know. I only got 2 1s though, so whatever. Whatever, man. 4s to wound, but really we're looking for those 6s so you don't get your cheeky 5-up saves.
Yeah. That's real bad for me. They killed the.
That's 7 right away.
Okay.
And then you have a few more. You got to make 3 5-up saves to survive, and if you do, I'm gonna cry. Well, you made 4, so I'm not gonna cry.
Okay, there you go.
3, I was gonna cry.
So that's 9 dead. I have again 2 remaining.
You have 2 left over. Stop it.
Okay, well.
So before you remove them, just roll your reanimation.
I'm just gonna try and figure out which 2 I want to declare are gonna stay alive here. I don't think it matters too much. I think I'm just gonna keep the 2. I'm gonna keep the 2 survivors that survived last time.
That's right.
There we go. 5 up. Rerolling 1s. Yeah. We are Legion. So 5, 6 stand back. 5 stand back up. 4 dead.
So I kill 4. So 32 Gene Stealer attacks killed 4 warriors.
So which ones want to stand back?
I just want to point out to the viewers, I just did 76 mostly buffed Gene Stealer attacks into a toughness 4 4-up save unit. And they're still fine.
There we go. I should have those 5 remaining. But even though it's the end of the fight phase, I still get to fight.
Yeah, because you haven't fought yet.
I have 5 Necron warriors. I'm not going to bother piling in. We hit on 3s. Okay, we got a couple misses. It's pretty average. And then 4s. 1 wound, no AP.
5 up.
5 up.
5 up. Hey!
I did not kill the Gene Stealer. All right, well, that's it for the fight phase. We're on a morale.
There's 1 extra guy back there you forgot to remove.
Oh, yeah, he should be dead.
Yeah, get rid of him. Get.
Well, you don't owe me morale. I definitely owe you morale, though. I actually lost 14, not 15. I'm still going to spend 2 command points on Insane Bravery, though.
Yeah.
So once per game, keep them around. This is the only time it's going to be crazy important. So
well, it's 2 command points, though, so it's a healthy, at least I killed 2 of your command
100%.
points.
100%. It's going to bring me down to 3 command points.
Yeah, we're both down to 3. End of my turn, I got 3 points for investigating sites. Want to point out I did not kill a single unit, though, so grind them down is going to be difficult.
Right.
I killed a lot of warriors, but let's just face it, that's doesn't feel like it was worth.
Let's see how cool.
I used 4 command points to pull that off, and I don't know if it's worth it.
So we still have Protocol of the Eternal Guardian active for this turn. It's not going to help me at all anymore. It's more of a defensive on my opponent's turn 1. But I do have some living metals. This guy will heal a wound up to 3. Woot. And that's the only living metal. We have a couple things to do in the command phase. I know his name. The Royal Warden is going to do adaptive strategies. Aha! On the Necron warriors. That allows them to fall back, shoot, and charge this turn. Also in the command phase, we have My Will Be Done from the Overlord. I choose a core unit and they get +1 to hit. I think that's going to go on the death marks, so it's going to end up moving this turn. And they're also going to be shooting through some trees too. No, if they're going to move and shoot through trees, it doesn't really matter then, does it?
Yeah, you're at -2 at that point.
Yeah. Maybe I just put on the Warriors, give them +1 to hit. Yeah, it's going to be the Warriors, giving them +1 to hit. I'm going to also pop my Orb of Eternity on them right now too. And
Does that happen in the command phase?
it's also command phase, yeah. Popping the Orb of Eternity, I choose a Dynasty unit within 6, so I'll choose those Necron Warriors there. And I treat them as if they lost all the models they're missing right now. For a Reanimation Protocol, their Reanimation Protocols are enabled, and I get +1 to the roll. So I'm going to roll for 14 dice. Every 4-up, a Necron Warrior comes back, and I get to reroll 1s, and that's once per game, obviously. It's a 30-point upgrade with a relic slot, so I'm seeing how much it's worth. I don't know if orbs are worth bringing again. I hope they are. They're one of my favorite war gear choices for Necrons, so we'll see. 4-ups. Stand up. Reroll the 1. How many 4s are there? Oh, there's a 4. There's a couple 4s. So the relic helped me bring back a couple models. So when you think about it, it's like 26 points. There's 13 points per model coming back. The upgrade itself is only 30 points. So I definitely got its points value back, right? And that's something important. That's 9 guys standing back up.
So after my 76 attacks, 5 warriors are dead.
Yes. Yes. All right, so they're all going to reanimate there. That should be the end of my command phase. We're going to go on to movement. He does give all core +1 movement nearby him. These Necron Warriors are going to fall back. But first, we're going to move the Scarabs and the Royal Warden. The Royal Warden is going to just kind of hang out back here because I need room for the Warriors to actually fall back too. And then the Scarabs themselves, I think, are going to advance. And we're going to pop a command point to let them advance and charge. Let's go see what that command point's name is. Scratch that. I am not going to advance them. They do not have, at least I couldn't immediately find that stratagem from the old codex. Again, this is only my 3rd game, so I'm still adjusting to it a little bit. They're going to go 10 inches forward. Okay, so the Scarabs moved up their 10 with fly. The Necron Warriors all fell back. You're kind of in a weird position. You're supposed to be coherent. There we are. I am -2 movement, -1 after all the modifiers because of the dense terrain there. Because of the woods, they are difficult terrain. And then we got a couple in the building to keep coherency going this way. The Scarabs over here are going to move in this direction. They're going to try and deal with these guys after they're shot at. Death marks are going to move 6 inches into the ruins here. If I can get my hand in there, there we go. They get the +1 move because of the Overlord. All moving into the ruins there, and then we're gonna have the spiders here move. They're 6. We're gonna have you end up there-ish. Now they do ignore the difficult terrain because they have fly. I'm not advancing them because I want to be able to use their particle weapons. That should be it for movement. Well, I have an Overlord. He's just gonna hop, jump, skip out of the ruins into the woods. And the Royal Warden already moved. That's it. All right, we're gonna go on to shooting. We're gonna start with the Necron Warriors because the only real target they have is them. So all 15, assault 2, 30 shots into the Gene Stealer. So here's their 30 attacks. Hitting on 2s because of My Will Be Done from the Overlord, giving them +1 to hit. And again, they're able to fall back and shoot because of the adaptive strategy from the Royal Warden. They all hit there. 3s to wound. No re-rolling.
Ouch.
It's a pretty good roll. Ghost Reapers.
And there's AP on these, right?
Yeah, AP.
So there's no point worrying about cover.
Right.
Because I'll just have my 5-up invulnerable saves first, which did decently. And then I have a 5-up ignoring wounds, which hopefully I'll spike.
And 5s. Okay.
So you just killed 7 of them.
All right. So
As long as I keep this guy alive, then I won't have to worry about morale. So let's make sure we don't kill him. But I think morale is not going to be the issue here. So you've got me below 10. I've lost my bonus attacks.
Right.
And also, there's hardly any Gene Stealers left to do attacks.
I'm going to shoot the spiders into them as well with their particle guns. Now they both have a particle beamer, or 2 particle beamers, so it's 5 shots per gun, so 10 shots per model. 4s to hit. We are in the woods, so we ignore the -1. We just hit on 4s because we're can optic. That's their thing. Strength 5. 3s to wound. Oh wow, 3.
Oh.
We got 3 wounding hits, no AP, so you actually will have a 4-up save on anyone's in the woods.
Yeah, well, I got to be careful because there's 5 in the woods, but 1 I don't want you to kill.
Right, so make
but
it not
there's only
hit.
3, so we're good. So 4-up saves, followed by a 5-up ignoring wounds, so 1 dice.
Spiders doing spider things. We killed 1 guy.
Yeah, so I'm going to remove, I'm going to remove this guy over here.
That guy took it, okay. We're gonna have the Royal Warden go ahead and fire at them now too. He's got a pretty okay gun. It should help with the catalyst, it's 2 damage. So he's gonna fire his Relic Ghost Blaster into them. All right, hitting on 3s with him. It's rapid fire 2. And 3s to wound. 2 wounds, AP 2.
Well, so my 5-up invuln. And it's 2 damage each.
2 damage apiece, yes.
So it gets through. So if I roll 2 5-ups, you don't kill one.
Do I kill one? I kill. He kills one.
But
I'm trying to make sure I get them with shooting because my close combat's not so great over here. The last thing I have to fire are the death marks. These 4 over here only have line of sight to fire at the termagants over there, and then the remaining 6 are just going to fire at. You know what? We are going to fire at the zone thropes. Because if I can kill one, I'll be very happy with that. It's only 6 shots though. The 6 shots in the zone thropes. I'm shooting through woods. I moved. We're hitting on 3s. Okay, cool.
yeah, very nice.
What's the toughness on a 4? 4. So 3s to wound. 6s. So 2 mortal wounds and 3 saves. Because of the
So you
sniper.
probably will kill one then.
I hope. Average says I kill 1.
So 3-up.
Oh.
You finish off 1, which is a big deal, going from 4 to 3 zone thropes.
You could command point if you want to.
Nope,
Okay.
don't want to. It's not worth it. Means I'm not going to be casting 2 powers anymore, and my smites don't do the extra D3 mortal wounds.
That's the wrong one.
So yeah, no, actually, no, never mind. The Neurothrop is providing the. Oh no, I want to keep the lookout during the Neurothrop just in
Right.
case. So we'll pull 1 from the front.
And then into Gantz. 3s to hit because of the negative modifiers, and 3s to it's 2 dead, and 3 wounds at AP 1.
Is this AP1?
I'm gonna double check.
I have a-
It's actually AP 2. That's just 5 dead Termagants.
Not bad for just some pot shots.
Yeah, these death marks are one of the all-stars of the book, I think. That's it for shooting. We're gonna go on to charging. These scarabs are gonna declare a charge against those Gene Stealers. Ooh. And we're gonna go ahead and charge a total of 10 inches.
I think it makes it.
Yes. So that should be good, but
Now I
because
can't heroically intervene, is there? So that's kind of a big deal.
these warriors are going to declare a charge as well because of the flexibility of their being able to fall back and shoot.
Why not?
It does give you the opportunity to counter-offensive.
I've got 4 guys.
Yeah, we're going to charge them. -2 to my charge because of the woods.
Oh no, 7.
A 7.
I think you made it.
That's where they all end up. I'm going to go ahead and just throw out a random oddball charge with these scarabs who did not advance into the Termagants right in front of them. I assume you don't want Overwatch.
No.
Absolutely not. Okay. I don't know what I need, but let's roll some high numbers anyways. 10? Pff, why even?
You made it.
I made it. Get 'em, bugs. Got some good bug-on-bug action right there in the middle. We're going to go ahead and resolve this fight first, though. That's it for charges. I got no more charges to declare. I've already, broken my plan of having these guys stick with them, obviously. So that's out the window.
Well, if you just kill me before anything else happens, then it doesn't matter.
It's true. It's true. We got these 5 attacking, 20 attacks into the Gene Stealers, hitting on 4s. 4s. 5s. Feeder mandibles. We got 2 winning hits. That's scarabs, everyone.
Yeah. Well, 5-up invuln. And
And
5-up ignore it.
Catalyst.
Oh, you killed one.
I slayeth one. Would you like to counter-offensive for 2 command points?
No.
Okay, then I'll just go with the warriors.
No, I'm going to kill this one, though. So you
No.
have way less attacks from your warriors.
What am I getting? 4, maybe a little bit more when he piles in? I'll figure it out. I pile in that one guy, and instead of getting all of those extra 4 plus that one, I only get 4 instead of the 8. And I get 4 from over here, so it's going to be a whole 8 attacks. I still have my will be done on me, so I get 2s to hit, and it wasn't worth it. I could make it 3s to wound, but
Yeah, don't.
I would have had to declare beforehand, and I don't really care,
Yeah,
I guess,
wouldn't
that much
matter.
about it. 5 wounding hits.
5-up.
Oh no! Do I get him?
5-up. You got him.
3?
Yeah,
Just
that's exactly how many were left.
grind them down!
Yeah, you actually, that made a difference.
That's
Holy
a
cow.
massive difference, yes.
That's 3 points if there was just one that was survived.
Because I do not think they're going to kill those.
Oh, actually, no, never mind. Yeah, you're probably going to kill the terminal.
I don't know.
Yeah, you'll see.
I got 9. There's 36 attacks.
Yeah.
So I am a fool. I forgot that the feeder mandibles got changed to 6s to hit, automatically wound. The old rule used to be 5s to wound, always wounded. They're strength 3. Not that it doesn't matter here, because I ended up killing them with the warriors anyways. And I also want to point out for the Nihilok dynasty, I know I made a mistake earlier, they would have ignored the Ren 1 the Gene Stealers had when they charged them, but they lived.
So even more would still be alive.
That's all I care
Nice.
about. That's exactly, that's it. So we got those 36 attacks into the Termagants now. 36 dice, 6s to hit, automatically wound, 4s to hit otherwise. 5 automatic wounds, and 4s to wound because I'm strength 3. So we have
No, you
look at
didn't
that,
kill them all.
7.
8.
Yeah, I don't really rely on the scarabs too much.
Well,
They're more of a tar pit, right?
Yeah, a huge tar pit. So no AP, so 6-up save.
6 ups. Oh, I killed.
That's a great place for me to spike my dice.
I'll take 5 kills, sure, whatever.
You kill 5 Termagants. That means they get to swing back, though.
That's 5's I guess what I expected to kill in the end.
And by having these guys in the middle, you do lock down my ability to investigate the sites and
true.
get those extra 3 victory points every single time.
Now in doing so, I also pulled myself off this objective, but you were gonna take it with this anyways.
But I now have more objectives than you.
It's true.
So I get an extra 5 points.
It's true. I didn't
think of that until after. I'm like, wait, oh, cool, awesome.
You have the third
You
one.
might be killing me, but I got the points.
You had the third one over there, which is why I should have kept them over there. Didn't. It's my fault.
But watch out, 5 Termagants are attacking me back.
That's true.
And they're going to be hitting on 3s because they were inside of a defensible place and they didn't overwatch you.
That's right.
And they're going to wound you on 4s. 2 wounds. Take that.
6 up.
Oh!
I take 1 damage. Put you down to 3.
That's worth all the effort.
There we go. All that dice rolling. Where's that 3 at?
There you are.
Come on.
So you killed 1 unit, which means you got your grind them down, which is kind of a big deal. That's 3 points.
That is indeed 3 points. And I do not score Purge the Vermin in the first battle round. And the other one I took is Abhor the Witch. I haven't quite done that yet either.
So the score is tied 3-3 right now.
Nice. We're going to go on a battle round 2, where I reveal my next command protocol, which is the Undying Legions.
Oh no, what does that one do?
So I pick one of 2 directives. If a unit does living metal, it heals 2 wounds instead of 1. Or the other one is, whenever I roll a reanimation protocol roll, I get to reroll 1 of the dice.
Oh, like a single, like if I killed 18 guys.
I roll a die.
No, I know that's each time that you do it, right?
Exactly. So if you only kill like 2 or 3, I roll.
So it adds up much faster.
It does. That's the directive I'm going to go for, by the way.
Is the reroll 1 die?
The reroll 1 die for reanimation protocols, because I don't think the living metal one's going to help me too much.
Command phase, I am holding 3 objectives and more than my opponent.
It's true.
So that's 15 points right there, which gives me a healthy lead, which I don't know if that's going to make enough of a difference. But we do have an interesting strategy I'll be using this turn, which is try to kill his warlord.
Go for it on turn 2, get the 10 points?
Yeah, it'd be 10 points to get it. I'll lose my Broodlord as a result, which is worth 5 points to you, because it's a psychic or whatever, but...
You're trading up 5. I also lose my command protocols if you kill them.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So let's just go right to that. So we need a healthy advance for him. I have 4 command points. I'd like to save 3 to fight again, because you have the ability with the 1 command point to bring back your guy on a 4+. Like, I can get in there perfectly and snipe him. So essentially, if you look at it, I want to use the Kraken ability to double advance. So get my guy like right about here and then charge in.
Yeah.
So I don't want to have to re-roll the advance, nor do I want to have to re-roll the charge.
Yeah,
so I want a 5 or 6 for my advance. Dang. So let me do the math there, because for 1 command point I can turn that 3 to a 6. But that's sad that I'm using a command point to turn a 3 to a 6 and not a 5 to a 10.
Right. That's a massive difference.
Huge difference. Like it might make this. So I get to here, and all of a sudden, but I have to pass through that. That's a very, very difficult charge. Oh, I get to go further than that. I get to go 11, and then, yeah, I get like right here. If I go into there, then I'll lose more than it's worth.
Right.
But if I spend a command point for any rerolls, then I'm counting on you not making a 4-up roll. There's no rerolls in there, right?
No, I can't. It's just a 4-up.
It's just a 50-50 chance.
Right. Well, I mean, I got my invulnerable save, but...
No. I mean, like, if I manage to kill you.
Right.
I'm assuming my 6 attacks get in there and kill you. And if they don't, well, then it's all moot anyways. Right. It doesn't matter if I save 3 command points to fight you again, because then if I kill you after that, then you can just resurrect on a 4+. So I don't like this, but I will spend a command point to reroll this.
Ooh.
Not much better.
Got a 4. So you're down to 3.
And I can spend a command point to double that.
Right. So you're going to go...
I'll be down to 2, which means I won't be able to...
That makes the charge near guarantee, though.
Not really. We're looking at 4 and then 2 more to get to here. I lose 2 by going into the terrain.
Right, so we're in the woods now. We're a little
I'm going to be -2 to the charge. I guess I can use a reroll for the charge now.
That's true.
My Termagants here are just going to move on to the objective.
Right. Boo.
Yeah, their objective secured. Not that you care about that. So.
Right.
Because they're all objective secured.
Had I kept my scarabs near the objective, I would have denied Matthew 5 points, but didn't quite. I wasn't thinking.
But then I would have got 3 points easily by just moving up and investigating the center. So it's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Oh. These Termagants will stay in the back.
There's a Gene Stealer in there.
Oh.
Huh. This changes the game quite a bit. He was hidden in the building.
So there was actually one more Gene Stealer?
He would have been in Synapse over there, so I actually don't get grind them down. Which could be huge.
So it denies you 3 points. I'm not even going to swing with his attacks. Okay, I just don't want to see your guys stand up anyways.
Interesting. He was just in the very corner. I just kind of seen him in passing. So he should still be alive because I killed them exactly.
You did. I remember it. I'm like, oh shoot, if I just used one of my dice to re-roll But I'm like, no, I want to save that for this tactic that I was about to do.
When the hidden gene seal.
So there was actually one more.
Huh.
That's awesome.
Okay, well that's not great for me, but maybe I'll get him in this fight phase coming up.
It's 3 points.
It pretty much denies 3 points.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
And then he's over there now.
And now, okay, so the question is, what do I do with these Termagants? These Termagants, I think, are going to fall back.
Okay.
I wish I could fall back in advance, but this ain't no Age of Sigmar. So I'm just going to fall back a little bit into these ruins, just to get out of combat so I can shoot your Scarab Swarms. Zoanthropes over here will advance. Ooh, I was about to roll 1 die, but I'm cracking, baby. Of course, they roll a 5. I'm just coming up to take this objective.
Right.
But Neurothrope will advance as well. Once again, I gotta remember to roll 3 dice. Yeah, so he's just gonna stay 6 inches away from those Zoanthropes and keep his 12-inch bubble on the Termagants over on the other objective.
How many wounds is a Zoanthrope?
Zoanthropes? Or
Sorry, a Neurothrope.
I believe he's 5.
5, all right. Now I will be able to take some shots at him with the snipers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
so-
you know what? Not worth giving the better smite, especially now they're down to 3.
Okay. That's
So I'll keep him hidden back here and just make sure he's within 12 inches of the Termagants. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Right, you were moving him out. I'm like, I got the snipers.
Yeah, I don't have a way to deal with them.
Gotcha.
So,
Keep him
yet.
safe.
Not yet. Keep it safe. Psychic, Broodlord's going to try to Catalyst himself.
Okay, smart. I have no way to
And
stop
he
it.
fails.
Oh, he
I'm
fails.
not going to use a reroll on that because it's not about him staying alive. It's about murdering you.
Murder.
And the Zoanthropes will now smite into the Scarabs in the middle. And they pass, doing D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound!
Huzzah.
Yeah, take that. And then this Neurothrope can't see anything because he can't see through
He's
this thing.
secret, he's safe, but that means me too.
Yeah. Actually, never mind. I can see the Scarab Swarms!
Aha!
All right, so we're going to smite. Need a 6 for this smite. I get to reroll 1s.
Woo!
His D6
Damn,
mortal
that's a
wounds,
big
which of
smite.
course means I roll
5.
5. Sorry, every time I've actually rolled that,
It's
I've
1,
rolled
right?
like a 1 or a 2.
So that kills you, and I'm gonna bring you down over here to 3
And you don't get to reanimate from smites.
Not at all. This is not an attack.
He also knows the horror, which will give you -1 to hit and leadership on those Scarabs.
Boo.
He,
Rolls 1s. Okay.
I think 6 passes. I'll double check anyways.
That does work on a 6. They are now horrored. They hit on 5s, and leadership 9.
Yeah, I do something. Maybe. I don't know. Hive Guard and the shooting phase are going to focus on these Scarab Swarms in the middle. 3s to hit because, oh thank goodness, because I can see some not through the dense cover. And 2s to wound. You'll get no saves against these. No, these are -2, ignoring
Right.
cover.
So roll up the damage.
So 1 at a time. You've got 3 wounds left on 1, so I hope to roll a 3.
Oh,
so
you got it.
finishes
So
him
it
off.
kills him.
I'll have to roll them 2 at a time. That kills the next one. And kills the next one.
kills 3.
Yeah, killed 3. I could not have been more efficient than that. Now you can roll their reanimation now. You get to roll 12 dice. And if you can roll at
true.
least 4 or 5 pluses, you can bring one back.
Let's see if we get one back. Reanimation protocols. I get.
No!
Oh, I'm
just
off by
barely.
1. Off by 1 to get a model
Done?
back.
Oh, wow, okay.
It would have been nice to have them back, but they're dead.
Termagants over here will fire everything into those Scarabs.
All right. Should be no negatives here.
Nope. But, 4s to hit.
Ooh.
Advance.
Force to wound.
3s to wounds. They're strength 4, man.
Oh, they're strength 4 guns. That's right.
right. Wow.
2 wounding hits. I'll put them on the
3 wounded hits.
Well, 3 wounding hits. I'll put it on the guy in the cover. 5 up.
Yeah, go 5 up.
He takes 3 damage. He's got 1 wound left.
Ooh.
That's you.
Well, I got these Termagants back here who will fire.
Ooh.
Oh, yep, they're in range. We're going to try to finish that last one off. We're looking at 4s to hit. Ooh, that was
That's
a
a really good
solid
roll.
hit. 3s to wound. You'll get your covered though.
4 or 5. I gotta do 1 at a time. I'll do it 2. I got a
No,
couple
you're
guys.
fine.
there.
You got a couple. You got more than. You got 3 or 4 guys in cover. So just roll them all.
I make 1 and take 3 damage. So it kills the 1 guy and 2 wounds the next guy in cover. Let's see if he reanimates.
Probably
4 or 5.
not.
No,
you
not
have
even
to roll
close.
4 or 5 pluses.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you definitely want to kill them. Ideally, the best way to deal with Necrons, if anyone's curious, is just kill 1 or 2 models at a time, and then make sure you have enough firepower to kill the rest of the unit.
Oh
with
yeah,
the final
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Here we go. You were down to 2.
So kill them slowly.
Kill him slowly, then fast. That's it for shooting.
Charge phase. I'm going to declare charge from the Broodlord into your Overlord, which I can do. I can zip through all that. I've already measured it. You are a little more than 4 inches away, so I need a 4-inch charge. But I'm going through difficult terrain, so I'm going to need 6 on my dice.
Right.
But I cannot sweat quite as much about this because I know I can just re-roll it because I don't have enough command points to do anything anyways after.
Well, let me tell you what. I'll give myself +1 to hit, or for the reaction to your charge.
Sure, if you survive and kill me, then this whole thing's been for nothing anyways. And, well, I made my charge!
Nice.
If this works, I get 10 victory points, just so you know.
It's hard to finagle it with all the woods in the way. Staying an inch away from the warriors, of course.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, you can declare them as a charge target if you want to
No.
as well. I can't Overwatch, but
No, because then I'd have to actually engage them as well.
that's true.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
That will be the only charge.
You ready? I challenge you.
I'm
I'm a
accept.
character, and so I challenge your character to a duel. Do you accept?
I have to.
All right, now you can only attack me.
That's all I'm only. The rule says I have to anyway. I'm an honorable combatant. I have you know I get 2 extra attacks against you
Well,
now.
This whole thing doesn't care about what your attacking stats are, because if I don't kill you, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Now, that's not totally true, because I do have a stratagem that if you kill my character, how many is it? It's 2 command points, so I got to save those 2 command points. If you kill my character, I can Death Frenzy and fight you.
Oh, it's got only Death is Duty End, but for Tyranids?
No, it's Death Frenzy. I don't know what the crap you just said. Mine's Death Frenzy.
Fine. Here we go.
You ready?
I am very. Rending Claws, big Rending Claws.
6 attacks hitting on 2s.
Oh. Okay, we got a miss.
Well, got one. You should get one miss, right?
That's right. You have to kill a model to reroll.
Yeah. I have to kill a model, but that's not going to happen anyways. So that's when I'm playing Maw Claws. So 4s to wound, because I'm strength 5, toughness 5, but 6s are where it's at.
And you get to reroll your wound rolls because you're a.
Because the Rending Claws.
Yeah.
The Rending Claws reroll. Monsters Rending Claws.
Monsters Rending Claws do.
Now, 6s are a little better. They'll be 3 damage instead of D3, but the AP going from -3 to -6, not a big deal because you got
Right,
4
that's
pinball.
true. -6, hilarious.
So,
reroll. That's not
well,
bad.
4 of them got through. I'd rather they all get through. Okay, all 5 get through,
okay.
but no flat 3 damage.
So I'm gonna roll these one at a time because I should do it that way. It's D3 each.
D3 each.
All right, roll up the damage. I gotta do this. I want to do this the proper way.
You're doing this garbage way.
I'm gonna. It's very important for me. He
2
takes
damage.
2.
So you're down to 3.
Oh! Okay, he's okay. He's got 3 wounds left. 3 wounds remaining.
I hate rolling dice.
I know, but that's the proper way to do
No,
it.
I say just roll them all, and then you can decide to re-roll afterwards. Because,
Okay, yeah.
Because that's just annoying to watch.
It is annoying to watch.
Congratulations, you stayed alive.
But again, I want to give the example as to why you should do it.
No, I know why. I know exactly
for people
why.
watching. For people watching, right? Because I rolled that as my first roll. I failed that. I had to think, do I re-roll that, or do I see what the other ones go? Now, had I rolled them all at once, I would have seen.
No,
I only
you can't
killed
kill
one.
me, so whatever.
Like I'm not going to re-roll, but I might have made the decision to re-roll that first one.
But
there.
here's my argument. Camera up, camera
up.
Here's my
Argument time.
argument.
Here
If everybody does that,
game would take forever.
no. If everybody does that where you just roll all your dice and decide afterwards,
Right.
then any advantage is negated by the fact that everybody has that
That's
advantage.
true. There is that argument. I like that. That's
and
true.
so it's, I hate things that slow down the game.
So does Steve.
So that to me is obnoxious. It's correct. It is correct.
Right.
It is actually very correct. You are right, but it's obnoxious. Not Luke is obnoxious. That rule is obnoxious.
It is.
I also find it annoying when it's like some guys, when they shoot at you, will get minuses to hit. Or as soon as I kill these 2, then I'll get minuses to hit.
Yes.
So let's do this one attack at a time, and then the guy can kill the one. It's just like, oh, dude, just agree that if you're only one guy out of 20 is out in the open, just take the -1 to hit.
It's 100% the same argument for the Gene Stealers, because technically Matt would have to roll his attacks one at a time because the 6s are 3 damage and the other ones are D3, so the order they come might matter, right?
Exactly. I should have, yeah, if you wanted to do it that way.
Yeah.
But you saw that they were all
100%. It's super easy for you, right? Because one more example as to why. Imagine I was playing Space Wolves and I had a Storm Shield Terminator and guys with 3-up saves, and then all of a sudden Matt rolls a bunch of 6s to wound that are AP 6, right? I would be like, I'm going to take all my AP 6 ones on the Storm Shield first, whereas that might not be the reality when rolling dice one at a time.
Yeah, of course. But once again,
exactly.
if you always do it that way,
then there's no
because
disadvantage.
it's an advantage to both sides.
It
Like,
should come up that that's
it's
true.
pretty much. There's probably some fringe cases where it's like, no, this really benefits someone.
Right.
Because that same Storm Shield one, I've seen people do that and roll a 1 right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. Right. It might not matter
and
at all.
they're dead, and then they're dead. So, or they do that and they would have passed. Like they roll 6s for their saves. It's like, oh, I would have passed that. And then as soon as the lower AP 1 comes that he didn't need a Storm Shield for, then he rolls the 1. It's like, so that was actually turned out to be less powerful.
100%. It's a dice game in the end, which is true for all
it's
that.
just, to me, and I know it's funny enough, we've probably spent more time talking about it than how much time it's taken up. But to me, that's a key part of the games. You need to keep the game moving, which is why I'm not a big fan of like all the re-rolls in the game as well, because it's like roll and re-roll.
No, there's a little bit less of that
re-roll.
now, which is nice, because core and all that too.
Yeah,
It's good to see.
but
I
you
agree.
still see
I
a
want
lot.
the rerolls to go away as much as possible.
Exactly.
Or like,
Anyway, hit me back.
but yeah, but we're back to this over here, or basic rules of +1 to hit, very easy to resolve +1 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna fight back with him.
Well, if you fight back with him
that's
first,
true.
then
I
my
should
Gene
fight
Stealer
over
gets
here.
to fight.
Oh, okay. Well, we're gonna have
kill the Gene Stealer.
The Scarabs are gonna fight because they have more attacks, so they should be able to.
Yeah,
do
why
this.
not?
Bam, bam. All of them should be able to attack from that position.
20 attacks.
Yes, sir. Hitting on 4s. 6 is automatically wound. If you want, you just roll 3 saves.
Yeah, 3 6s, right? That's 5 up invulns. You
And
got him.
we
Good
got
job.
it, yeah.
Good job. I should have just removed him, but
Haha.
there was just this little part of me that's like, but what if?
What if, exactly. I gotta mark him down to 3. Down to 3. And Matt pointed out that, if he...
You can't choose not to attack.
I have to attack with all my attacks, and I will. I hope to not kill him, actually.
You hope to, but you have to roll.
So, because of
you
honorable...
don't have to re-roll, but you have to roll.
I have 6 attacks coming at you, hitting on 2s with my War Scythe. 6 attacks with this War Scythe on 2s.
Oh, come on. Do you get to re-roll ones because you're a leader?
No, his thing is +1 to hit the core units.
Cool.
Wounding on your toughness,
5.
so 3s to wound. We have 4 wounding hits at AP 4, but you have a 5 up invuln. And they're 2 damage each. 2 apiece.
So I need to fail 3 of these to die.
Oh!
You killed me! Woo!
Okay.
You killed me!
So that means Matt can now spend 2 command points to fight.
That's right. The first time it didn't work out. So just to point out, as much as we had that long rant, I'm going to let... doesn't mean I have to do my attacks one at a time.
No, you don't have to. Absolutely not.
No, but then you can see... Because then you'll see when the 6 is up.
Exactly, right? So like,
Yeah, but are you going to roll your dice and then decide to re-roll? Or are you
that's
gonna roll...
better for me if I do it that way, though.
Okay, so then do that way.
Okay.
So I don't have to roll.
That's why.
Otherwise, I have to roll mine one at a time,
That's
too.
why I do the 1 die at a time, because
know!
it's more beneficial for me to roll everything at once because I see all the information, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But then I'm doing the same thing.
Okay, if you're okay with me rolling all my dice at once, I don't feel as bad.
Yes.
Okay.
Once again, we probably spent more time talking about it than
100%.
it would have taken up, but I feel better.
2s. Huh. Now,
Come on!
I'm curious about his rule. Of course, again, we're talking about the 1 at a time thing. Does his say after he finishes all of his attacks for his relic, though, the relic he gave him?
If he kills a model, he gets to
Is it
re-roll.
after he finishes all attacks or when he kills a model?
I don't know.
Because you could, the wording on that, if you're
just doing 1 at a time.
if you kill a model on the first one, the rest of the attacks would get to reroll hit rolls of 1. That was the Keller Morse thing, and they rotted him saying it's after he finishes all of his attacks. Now, it won't matter in this case, but...
Because I didn't kill anything.
Yeah, but because if he's fighting the warriors, then the first attack...
No. Just slay something in the fight phase in all subsequent fight phases.
Okay.
So thank goodness I have still no reason to have to roll everything at once.
It's just, I like these talking points.
Force to
Reroll, there's a
wounds.
6.
Rerolling. So
in this case, like, I'll choose to do that first, right?
yeah, so you know if you need to re-roll it or not. 4 up. I'll
Okay.
see, you're fine.
He tanks that, and then I got 2
Just roll the other 2. Again, you might as well re-roll it.
I'm going to command point it because it could kill me still. And I fail. So I'm down to 3 command points.
I have no command points left, so I have to roll 5 or a 6 on here and you're dead.
Oh, it was a 6. It flipped over,
You
flipped
survive.
over. Okay.
You survive. You get 5 points for killing my Psyker character, and I get
And I'm down to 2.
Jackal.
Good job, Overlord. After that, that's going to bring us to the morale phase. I could fail over here. In fact, I can fail even more so because they're leadership 9 with the horror on them. I lost 5 models, and I roll a 9. They're okay. Sorry, that's an 8. That's an 8. But I'm okay. Now we're scoring
I got nothing.
at the end of your turn.
For my secondaries, I got the 15 points at the beginning. So the score is 18-0, which sounds like a dramatic lead.
Right.
But
I'll have you know,
just do your turn and we'll be fine.
because of that model I killed on your turn, I automatically have grind them down.
Yep, good job.
So we're going to go on to Necron's turn 2.
You killed 2 of my models.
Oh, I forgot. Oh. I already forgot it. Reroll. That wouldn't matter. Okay,
What?
because I got to reroll my one reanimation protocol roll. I forgot to reroll it for the one scarab that might have stood back up, but I failed to reroll anyways.
Yeah.
So far, Undying Legion, not a fan of it, but I want to see. There's going to be a game where it's going to be huge. Necron turn 2, though. I'm only at 5 points in my hero command phase because I hold 2 objectives. It's a domination style game. Living metal.
Your purge the venom or vermin thing. When does that happen?
End of my turn. So I got to make sure.
So you've got 4 points minimum.
I'll get 4. So I want to shoot. I'd have to kill off 2 units. It's not going to happen. But I'm going to get 4 points for that. I'll try to work towards it.
No. You have to kill a lot more. It's each table quarter, right?
Right. I'd have to kill them, and them to get that table quarter.
Yeah. It's not
And
gonna.
I'd have to kill them, and then I don't know where the Neurothrope is.
He's on this side.
He's on that, so I'd have to kill all of them. It's not happening, but
So
I will
you'll
get 4 points.
You'll be getting 4 points.
Which is
from
still
that.
pretty good.
For grinding down.
Yeah. Also, our Overlord's going to go up to 3 wounds. And that's pretty much it. Oh, you heal a wound too. You're up to 3 living metal. Here we go. All multiple wound things happen now. Keep that in mind. I'm going to go on to nothing needs to fall back and shoot. We are going to give them +1 to hit with my will be done. They're probably just going to hang out in the ruins and just stay still. And that should be it for my command phase. I'm going to go move stuff and show you where it ends up. We are going to have these scarabs move 10 inches towards the zone thropes. They're going to be...
They hold that objective now.
Yep, they're obsec. Look at that. So it's one of my favorite risks. It's a really good dynasty trait, but you can make a custom dynasty with that rule as well for anyone who's curious. These warriors are going to move in this direction. They only move 4 inches though because of the woods. They get to move 6, -2 because of him nearby. They're staying still, like I said. The Royal Warden and the Overlord are he's gonna advance, and then you're going to just move forward because I want to shoot your gun. Advancing the Overlord, an extra 3. He gets +1 to advance rolls as well. So technically a 4. He moves 10, but -2, so 8. Not gonna go the full distance. I want to keep him in the woods, and then the Royal Warden will move into the woods as well. You're gonna take your wounds with you, but I dropped it. Then the Canoptic Spiders ended up moving there. Nothing was in range. No Scarab Swarms were in range to pop them a unit back, but those guys maybe will help me out with that. The last thing I'll do is these Scarabs are gonna make a move for the Hive Guard in Matthew's territory. And that's where they end up. We're gonna go on to shooting now, where we're gonna start with these Necron Warriors with their Ghost Reapers. Gonna fire as many shots into the Termagants as they can. These 6 are in range to fire. I probably should have advanced them, their assault weapons, but it is what it is. And then these 4 back here are gonna fire at the Zoanthropes because range. And line of sight restrictions. The 4 into the Zoanthropes on 2s, because there's no negative 1s in the way, and I got my whoopee done. And their T4, 3s to wound them. We have 4 wounding hits. AP doesn't matter, they got their weird
3 up in
shield.
2 wounds so far.
And then the 12 shots into the Termagants. I am -1 to hit here, but I'm also +1 to hit, so we're back to 3s. And then these should kill on 3s, sorry. They're strength 5, AP 2, so that kills off 6. 6 from the back die, and then Zoanthrope over there down to 1 wound. We're gonna go ahead and fire the Spiders next, both of the particle beamers into the Gants. But because it's -1 to hit, I'm probably better off shooting at those ones in the middle. I wanna try and deny them the ability to do the action. There's no negatives to hit them. 4s to hit. I don't want the negative. There's a lot of 4s. There's some 4s. And 3s to wound. No AP though, so they have 5 up saves. That's 6 saves. I killed
4 die.
4. There's 1 left. 1 left in there somewhere. Now, Matthew pointed out that
I couldn't do my thing anyways.
Yeah, if I'm within 6 in the middle, he can't do it anyways. But you know what? Shooting Gants anyways. It's all good. The death marks are gonna go ahead and fire now, and they're pretty much just gonna put everything into them if they have the line of sight. They do have line of sight. 2s. Got a few misses. Pretty average there, like that. 3s to wound. 3s to actually kill.
So 4 more die.
And +2 for mortal wounds. So 6
die.
6 dead Gants.
I gotta pull from this side, even though it helps you charge, because I want to stay in coherent or in synapse.
Yeah. So that should. No, I got the Royal Warden. He's gonna fire at them as well. I don't think he's rapid firing though, but we'll check that. He is not rapid firing. He's only got 2 shots, but he misses on 1 because of the negative to hit, and a kill. We kill 1 more little bug. Oh no. Bam. Now it is charge time. We're gonna start off with the Spiders charging into them. I assume no Overwatch.
No Overwatch.
We're charging 8, and we ignore the terrain because we got fly. And we're gonna use that full 8 to get near the objective with Obstac, hopefully taking out some of the bugs. And then these Scarabs over here are gonna declare charge against the Zoanthropes as well. Charging 7. Getting nice and in there, getting them all in range to fight. And lastly, charging the Guard. Would you like to, do you have any CP left? No.
I have no command points left.
Then I will just charge them. So you get the +1 to hit in close combat. I will charge 12 on those bugs. I think bugs doing bug things over there. That is it for charging. So we're gonna go ahead and start fighting. We're just gonna start first with the Spiders over here, see what they can do. They have 5 attacks each now, and they hit on 4s with their automaton claws. Big scary claws. So 4s to hit, excellent roll. These are strength 8, so 2s to kill. AP 2, many damage, 2 damage each. So that kills off 5 of the little guys, which takes out the squad.
The objective is yours.
It is all mine. I was gonna choose to stay right there. We're happy there. We could consolidate, but yeah, we're okay. We're gonna have these Scarabs attack the Zoanthropes next. Okay, well, 20 attacks, hitting on 4s. 6 is automatically wound. We only have 1 of those. With that 1 there, we got 5s to wound to follow up. Got an extra 4, 5, 6 wounds somehow. All right, 7 wounds in total. One of those. One I knocked over 1. There's the 7th one there. I only grabbed 6. So 7 3-up saves. Can I kill 1? I do.
You finish off 1.
And wound another. Big brain bug dead. You down to 2. And the last thing I gotta do is attack the Guard. 4s to hit him. 6s are good because it's a little bit of extra help. We got 3 wounding hits. They're not T6, right?
No.
Okay, so 5s to wound. We got 1 more. So 4 wounds, no AP.
4 up saves.
Only 4 up. Oh, no damage. All right. That's it.
I'll hit you back to. I'm not going to roll for the Zoanthropes. They're not going to kill anything. Hive Guard, I'll roll just in case. We'll see.
Yeah, they're all in range.
3s to hit because it was in defensible terrain and didn't overwatch, and 3s to wound. No AP.
Is that 5?
That's 5 of them. Look at that.
All right. Well, I got
You
6
eat through your
upstairs.
scarabs.
Aha! I do 5 damage.
So one of them dies. Why don't you roll to see if it resurrects?
Let's see if he comes back.
Nope.
Nope. I get to reroll a die.
Oh, yay. No.
Didn't matter.
Didn't work.
And then that means you're down to 3. You're dead. And that'll bring it to morale, but I don't think there is any.
Nope, I don't have any because you killed stuff and I'm in Synapse.
There is one Gon who flipped over there, but he's in Synapse, so he's
Just
fine.
having a nap.
And then they're all dead over there. Awesome turn for killing. I got myself into an amazing position.
You got, yeah, I'll say.
Yeah.
You got 17 points, so 18 to 17 is the score.
Right.
I'm going to call it. Anybody who complains and says, well, you got to play it out to see. I think it's very obvious what is going on here. I got nothing else I can do. Even on my turn, I'm only controlling one objective right now.
Yeah, because everything, you got to remember, everything I have is objective secured. So even those scarabs back there and these scarabs here.
Wouldn't matter anyways because you've got more.
I guess I have more
3
models
inches
there than you do.
3
Anyway,
inches.
so.
So even if you did not have objective secured, you have every objective except this one, so I get no points. And then what do I do? There's nothing I can do to get any more points.
The
so.
Psykers are stuck in combat, so they have to stay there and use psychic powers there, or fall back and not do any psychic
Who
powers.
cares? I do D3 mortal wounds to you, and so what? It's a whole bunch of so what.
Yeah, it's just
So it was the gambit. Gene Stealers moving forward didn't do anything. I can say they didn't do anything because you've lost 5 of your warriors. That's equivalent to nothing. And then the second gambit was the Broodlord trying to get to your Warlord to get those 10 victory points. And I gave you 5 instead. That's a 15-point deficit from what I had intended.
Yeah.
And now I got nothing left to do. So it's really game. There's no point in playing out these other ones. And we want to get to our next game, of course, which is at the link below.
Right. Indeed.
Which will be interesting. It'll be Tyranids versus Necrons again.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm playing Necrons and
Different list though.
Different list completely. I vaguely know what I'm doing. I'm going to throw it together now, and we'll figure that out. So hopefully, you guys enjoyed this game. It was kind of quick and dirty, but
that's Incursion. That's the whole point of Incursion.
That's you want quick games, right? That's the idea. And then you were playing a very aggressive list as well.
Yes.
So sometimes that's what you get. It was an Alpha Strike list I could have won. I was able to prove resilient, and that's pretty much the end of the story. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go ahead and go step for the second game here. And if you're not a Vault member, click on the link down below. Check it out. See you guys next time. Happy wargaming. Thanks for checking out that video, everyone. Don't forget, paired with it in the MiniWarGaming Vault is another 1,000 point game of Necrons going up against the Tyranids. But this time we've changed up our lists, and it is a Novak, mostly all close combat list to go up against an all monster, mostly Tyranid list of, is it the Gorgon Hive Fleet? Check it out if you're not a Vault member by clicking the link down below to get yourself a 7-day free trial to gain access to that video as well as all of the other 40K and Age of Sigmar related content we release weekly. Thanks again for watching, and happy wargaming.